Okay, so welcome back to season 3 of Ironcast. I am your host, Olly Walker, and we are here today at Snake Oil Provisions in Highland Park, Los Angeles, with Miranda Malloy and Ben Neuhaus of Snake Oil Provisions.
What a fucking intro.
What an intro.
It's lovely.
God damn.
How are you guys doing?
I'm much better now. Jeez. That was a delightful intro.
Yeah.
I like how you say our names. I like how you announce the name of the business and its geographical location.
Yeah.
I feel really good about it.
I want you guys to know where we are.
Yeah.
What we're doing.
Uh-huh.
And I want people to get a feel for it. Oh, by the way, for anyone that's new to this or anyone that's been listening for the last 2 seasons, we're actually filming this one. Where's this one going to be? Where are we actually going to be able to watch this one?
It'll be on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
It'll be on.
Definitely on
Netflix.
Yes.
I just literally just signed a Netflix deal.
Yeah.
And hella shout out to Mr. Cake Master back there,
Yeah.
who is running this whole rig right now.
Cake Master, a.k.a. John Martinez, a.k.a. Blue Tick Rick.
I'm Slim Rick.
AKA Ben's biological.
Well, I wanted to wait to get into that, but
We're there, man.
I'm Cake Master's biological father.
I'm his biological.
I'm biological father. So it's out there. Everyone knows now. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
This is a much anticipated episode. Everyone's been dying to hear you guys for a minute. Whenever I've asked on the forum, Einhub forum, or anything like that, we need to hear from Snake, or we need to hear from Miranda.
I don't think
Ben.
I was aware of that.
Yeah.
No.
Do chip pops on the Einhub forum.
Appreciate that, guys and gals.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, people love you guys. So I'm going to take you guys back. So
let's go.
Snake Oil started in 2012.
Officially launched in 2013.
Yes.
So
Officially.
this is year 10.
This is year 10.
Yeah, we're in year 10. So we probably planned it maybe 2 years prior
Yeah.
to it launching.
Yes.
Oh. So
Yeah, it was in planning stages before we moved
From-
to California
From?
Atlanta.
That's right.
ATL. Mm-hmm. Hang on. So you both born and raised in ATL?
No.
Neither of us.
No.
Whoa. Okay.
I know.
Tell me about it.
So, born in Ohio, hence Cincinnati, hence diehard Bengals fan. Grew up in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Born in Tallahassee. I don't want to say the F word.
Yeah, don't. Just people can Google it if they don't know.
Yeah. Grew up actually about the same age Ben was. My family moved to North Georgia, so we actually grew up probably
Like
under
2
2
miles
miles
apart?
from each other.
We went to the same grocery store.
What?
The same restaurants.
What?
I know. We probably brushed shoulders. Didn't even know it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
If you'd have had what's that app called? Happen.
Grindr?
Happen?
What it?
No.
Yes.
Which one? I don't know what happened.
You would have found a very different person.
Wait a minute.
This would be a different story.
Yeah.
There was an app where you if you cross paths, if you were within 200 meters of that person, they showed up on this dating app.
Is it for
Oh,
stalking
So I
people?
hear. Was it what?
Stalking?
No. It just manages to miss the stalking part of things.
Oh, good.
Of dating, anyway.
Okay.
Stalking adjacent.
Peripherally stalking.
I think it's called Happen. It might not.
We don't
be
have that
around.
here. That's probably over there.
Maybe it's a UK Europe
I
thing.
think so.
It's also quite likely I've got the name wrong, but it's in.
It's something similar.
It's in the dating world. It's in the
Got it.
Tinder sphere. Let's say.
I see.
Well, we
Yeah.
did meet on an app.
Well, it wasn't an app back
Oh
then.
no, it wasn't
Well,
an app. There
We
weren't
met
apps.
on the internet.
We
No.
did.
Yeah. Before it was an app. Match.com.
Match.com. Oh geez.
Oh, geez.
Because you
Yeah.
pretty much had 2 options. It was eHarmony or Match.
Yeah.
And eHarmony was
that
kind
was
of for
That's for the Jesus. But
well, it was for very devout religious people
Yeah.
looking
Oh.
to get married and whatever they do.
AKA Jesus.
So
but, yeah.
then you had one other option,
which was
that
Match.
was Match.
That was it. This was pre-app days. You believe that shit?
What?
I had to have a fucking desktop.
Oh yeah,
I had a BlackBerry at the time. There was no apps. Remember those?
I loved my
What's
BlackBerry.
your BBM code?
1-2 something.
Same. I think mine was also a 1-2 something.
I don't think I
We
had
had-
one of those.
I got you one. I got you a white one.
Oh no, I had a BlackBerry, but I don't know what that.
Oh, your BBM code.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, come on.
There would be a common thing on Facebook, lost the BlackBerry, new BBM code. It was just the way.
Yeah.
What was
Oh,
the
See,
it was their instant messenger
I
app.
hated Facebook. I was on MySpace. I just wouldn't let go of MySpace.
Oh, MySpace.
I really liked MySpace.
But did you spend hours like building your page out and putting the right song?
No, it's-
Yes.
Well, and it was more just finding music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good for that.
I had tricked my whole shit was legit, so laced up. It was tight.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I
really
remember,
fucking
I think
tight.
one of the photos that you was probably from your MySpace that you had on Match.
Go on.
And he was wearing very tight diesel jeans.
Yes.
Dunks.
He knew
Yeah.
dunks.
And a huge belt buckle, like an obnoxious,
the horseshoe.
obnoxious belt buckle.
Yo, it was a horseshoe with a white belt. But
Oh, sick.
you may remember, in Diesel's, the bulge was on point. So that's probably why she was like, yo, where do you stay?
Or is that your
Yeah.
giant belt buckle? Or
Are you just happy to see
something.
me? Yeah.
yeah,
This was 15 years ago.
that was a
man.
very long time ago.
Yeah.
But diesel jeans was like, it was the thing, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
yeah.
absolutely the thing.
Yeah.
There was nothing. What's the name of the guy that Rene
Rene Diesel.
Russo? Diesel.
I think-
Mr. Diesel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
Yes, he started.
He
Diesel
started.
Jeans,
Yeah,
That's right. Vin Diesel, a lot of people don't know, founder of Diesel Slacks.
There was
At
the
your finer department stores. Yeah.
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 The Covent Garden Diesel was you. It was that one that store that you walked into and you were instantly intimidated. It was the coolest place.
Yeah, I remember those.
So hang on.
It
So
was the gateway. Anywho.
2012. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go. Let's
yeah.
go. 2012,
Anyways.
2013.
Yep.
Bricks and mortar. What were you guys
Yes.
doing before Snake Oil? Before it even started?
Man,
Oh,
that's
wow.
good. That's good. Can I go first?
Yes, please.
It sounded like I
I
interrupted.
insist.
Okay. I was a professional amateurish musician in a former life. So what you did in between tours and gigs and shit, you got a retail job. You got to pay rent. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So I got said retail job in sales in a fancy shoe store, and I found that I was really good at it. I really liked it. And a few years in, I was all, you know what? I know in my heart of hearts, I can do this as good or better than the best. And then I was able to coerce her into thinking the same. Because she was in a totally different line of work.
Yes. I was a mental health counselor, co-running
I know.
a counseling and disability services department at a private art institution.
Yes, a very famous one.
Yes.
Very famous one.
Name check or no?
No.
I was all. She says that.
I would rather not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
fair
leave
enough.
that.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you were doing that, and you
And
guys
also
went,
instructing in college. Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, so we were on the match. We moved in together fast,
Yeah.
I remember. But it felt right. And here we are, 14 years later.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
It was too fast, but it did.
It panned out.
You were okay. I was terrified.
I was all, hey, we got the place. And you were all, yay. That's
That's
literally
just
how
our life is still that way. You do something really drastic, and I'm like, yay.
Yay.
You both do have that sort of really nice dynamic of two people that just balance each other out.
Yes.
From the outside.
100%. 100%. I like to go through life without a care. I don't, in the seat of my pants. I don't plan anything. I wing all of it.
And I do the polar opposite.
She is the polar opposite.
Yeah.
But together, it works.
For you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, stop.
No.
You stop. For us.
Nice.
Stop it, yeah.
Okay, so tell me, snake oil. Obviously, we know what a snake oil salesman is, and so on and so forth. What was the insp?
For the name
Yeah.
specifically, okay, this is super fucking nerdy.
Okay.
But at the time, You may remember a video game called Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Okay. So I played the ever-loving fuck out of that. And every night I got online, played with my friends because I was a big old dork.
Was that the headset?
The headset and the thing. Mm-hmm. You would come watch. Don't front. And then, but in the story mode, there is a recurring character who is a snake oil salesman. And as we were planning the store, I was like, yo, we got to fucking do this. This is going to be fucking lit. Oh, my God. And then one day she comes home. I was like, I got a name. She was like, what? I was like, snake oil. She was like, I hate it. It's stupid. I was like, what? It's so dope. She's like, no. It's ridiculous. That's not it. I was like, no, it's like a super catchy, and there's like a million branding opportunities, and it's just a fuck. It's ironic, and she's like, mm-mm. But
what did I say? Because it felt incomplete.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, snake oil. What?
Yes.
It's missing something.
And she stewed on it for 3 or 4 days, and she came back to me and said, I got it. Snake oil provisions. I was like, Jesus, come on.
Yeah.
I just saw there's an asterisk by that.
Okay.
We used provisions before 19 other stores.
I was going to say, at the time, it felt unique because, we Googled the ever-loving shit out of everything that we did. Because we want to make sure there isn't anything comparable out there.
There wasn't.
And there wasn't. So it isn't very special now because a million places use provisions in the names of their business.
Yeah.
But, it felt like it fit with the snake oil era of where the inspiration was drawn from. And, yeah.
Nice use of era.
Yeah.
That was good.
And you also had that really nice cowhide that it was like
burned
into.
Yeah, our pal Amy Hood painted the Script Drive logo onto a giant Red Wing hide. I know. They donated a big old hide to us, and she hand painted it.
Okay.
It lived in the shop for many, 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 many years.
Yeah.
Nice. I feel like that there's some breadcrumbs being left because I do want to come back to Drive. We can do a 5-hour episode about Drive if you like.
Everyone would love that.
I worry about that. We'll do a separate thing.
Sounds scintillating.
We'll round out the season with our 3-part. Okay.
Yeah, Drive at part 1, and there'll be multiple parts.
Yeah, there has to be. Yeah.
But we'll come back to that because that's played a fair bit, like the hot pink later on the later stages.
So much.
But so it started, I believe, Long Beach.
It did.
Yes.
It did. So it actually started online.
Yes.
Right.
In our apartment.
Yes.
Which acted as our warehouse and
the living room was boot storage.
Fulfillment center. We had clothes in tubs.
Yep.
So after about, because this world was much, 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 much smaller at the time.
Yes.
So luckily the online was kind of popping pretty much right away. And
the times were different.
It was Instagram was different. Yep. You could really connect with folks and find customers. Grow organically.
It was a time and a place.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
So we were able to get into a brick and mortar fairly quick.
Yes.
At like 7 months.
Yeah.
So we found a little tiny space in Long Beach that was literally 300 square feet, but we could afford it. And that's what we did. I mean, you could stand in it and almost spread your arms and touch either wall.
Definitely, if we were side by side, we would be touching each wall for sure.
Totally. But we made it pretty tight. We did a lot with a little. It was something to be proud of for sure.
Yeah.
What are the sort of stages of going from online to bricks and mortar?
Well, first you shit your pants because you're like, can we fucking pay this rent? Well, we didn't have employees, so we didn't have overhead, but rent was scary. We didn't have that before.
Well, I mean, everything is unknown. You don't know how much you should spend on a build out, which at that time was very little.
We traded folks, yeah.
How much at that time when it was very difficult being new to a state, new to a city, and I would say Long Beach is pretty challenging to actually get a space in.
Yeah. It was.
So a lot of commercial property owners are just individuals who have owned these buildings for forever. So they treat it like residential leases, and you get a year lease at a time. And that's pretty scary.
Oh, yeah.
Because you think, oh, am I going to sink all this money into this space and then they're going to change their mind, or they're going to rent will go up a lot. Yeah. So so many of them treat commercial leases like residential leases.
But and like all of our colleagues in the biz were like, yeah, don't do Long Beach anywhere but there. You got to be in LA.
But LA was very different at the time. There were several competitor retailers doing something somewhat similar.
Similar enough.
And we knew them and we respected them, and we didn't want to move into another store's territory.
Right.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be the new people coming in.
And we could afford it.
And it was easier. We were doing it completely on our own. We didn't have any help.
We didn't have investors. We didn't have like, family money. We bootstrapped all of it.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want? I can tell you something I've never told anyone ever before.
What you're telling me? I'm getting a scoop.
You're getting a scoop.
Wow.
We started this with $10,000.
Really? We're
Seriously.
talking from the apartment. You had 10 grand.
Yeah.
I want to put an asterisk by there. Completely impossible today.
100%.
100% impossible today. No
Seriously?
one could
For
do
real?
it. Yeah.
No, yeah. Oh, no way.
With 10 grand or just?
Just the whole thing.
So we had 10
it wouldn't
grand.
Work today.
We had 10 grand budget, and that was our first buy to launch the website. That was.
It shouldn't have worked then.
No,
I don't know why
no way.
It shouldn't have worked. Yeah.
You guys found a glitch. You found like some sort
There
of.
was a glitch in the matrix.
Well, I
Totally.
think that, and when you're, I don't know, when you don't have a lot of financial resources, you just learn to be really, really, resourceful.
Yeah, you crafty motherfuckers.
You just hustle, and you figure it out.
It was a grind,
Yeah.
dude. Hustle.
It isn't what you want it to be in the beginning. You know that starting a new business, you don't get the brands you necessarily want. You don't get the space you want. And you say, well, it's start now the way that I can start, or let someone else beat me to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it kind of, for us, was a now or never.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 10 grand,
Yeah.
where did that go in terms of brands? Like, where were your buys? What sort of brands were you playing around with at the time? Do you remember?
Our dear friends who we knew before we ever even moved out here, we were close with, and I was an ambassador for said brand, Rogue Territory, were the first to commit to us.
Yes.
Just because we were dear friends.
Well, not just because. I mean,
Well, they believed in us,
Ben
of course.
had years and years and years of retail experience. He was a great salesperson.
Yeah.
He literally won every sales competition that
Stop.
ever was in any of his. He did, though. He did. I can say that. He'd be an asshole to say that about himself, but he's really good. And he's just naturally, obviously charismatic, like you are, and people are drawn to him. Yeah.
So
They were investing in you also, you as a person.
No.
No.
Us. Carl and Leslie believed in us.
Yeah.
So, which was a big deal. Like their brand was growing at like a meteoric rate. Yeah.
Wow.
And so that really helped immensely put our shop on the map.
Wow.
To be honest. So we owe a lot to them.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
RGT. Shout
Absolutely.
out to RGT.
Absolutely.
Yes. Big shout out to RGT.
It's very special, the people who will believe in you in the beginning.
So most of our dollars were sunk into one brand.
Okay.
We did have a small roster, and some
Yeah.
of those folks are still with us today, and
Yep.
many
Are not.
are not.
Some of them don't exist anymore. But
Yeah, yeah.
you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So RGT, they took the sort of lion's share of your investment.
Yes,
100,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So so then it was Long Beach for
Oh shoot, we were there for 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. But we had 3 retail spaces, and then we dipped our toes into a women's business for a while, which did not pan out.
Right. Yeah.
So we moved Snake Oil 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had the women's store, which was right around the corner. Mm-hmm. And then COVID hit, and shit got fucking weird. Not just with COVID specifically.
Honestly, things
but
had been kind of weird in Long Beach for a while, and we were, I always say it's like when a relationship is fizzling out, it's over long before the people are willing to admit that it's over.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's kind of where we were.
And to be perfectly candid, Miranda is much smarter than me. And she knew. She was like, "Yo," I'm paraphrasing because she does not say "yo." She was like, "Yo, this is it might be time." She knew it like years before we left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you said in kind of passing conversation there were a bunch of people that would just kind of waste a lot of time coming in there, kind of sketchy people.
There was plenty of that. There was a lot of...
Well, you could just tactfully say SOP was not supported heavily by the
your local community.
Local community,
yes.
or local government.
Or local government.
At all.
Yes.
At
all.
Just to jump in here, so you've got Los Angeles,
Yep.
and geographically, for the people who don't quite understand, so Long Beach is not considered to be
It's
part
LA
of,
County.
It's LA County, but
is that
it's
the same as Santa Monica, and
Sure.
they're their own kind of
Yeah,
Right,
they're their
right,
own
right.
cities.
cities.
yeah,
within
it's its own
LA
city.
County.
It's at the very southern tip of LA County.
Yes.
Right.
So from where we are now, it's probably, without traffic, it's 25 minutes.
Okay, right.
With traffic, it could be 3
There's never
hours
not
and 15
traffic
minutes.
anymore. Yeah, that's
There's
never not
impossible
traffic
to-
anymore.
But it was definitely, it feels like a different planet. It's,
Yeah.
Seriously.
yeah.
Okay.
It's very far in more ways than 2.
I mean, I'm thankful, obviously, for the experiences that we had that made us better
Yes,
business owners. We faced
absolutely.
a lot of adversity that we have never encountered in LA.
Nope.
Or our colleagues have encountered. So we dealt with some really challenging situations with the business that made us prepared for, I guess, anything.
Right.
Yeah. True,
yeah,
true,
yeah.
true.
Yeah. Okay, so COVID hit. You
Yeah.
guys, was there a moment of bricking it? Was there what was that whole kind of transition like for you?
That's a good question.
Well, it was multifaceted because at the moment COVID hit, we were actually moments away from signing the lease in the space we're sitting on a
in
year
now.
prior to to when we actually did
It was going to be a second
It was going to be our
location.
second location.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were expanding to LA, and we were going to keep the Long Beach location at that time.
Yeah.
So we
Yep.
we just kind of hit the pause button.
Well, we were literally in lease,
Negotiate.
final lease.
Right.
They sent over the thing to sign.
Right.
And like literally that day, the world shut down.
So it was kind of
No shit.
deep
for real.
soul
It was
searching.
early
and say,
March.
There's no other option but hit the pause button and see what happens.
And they agreed. The owners agreed. They're like, totally. Let's just.
They stayed in touch
play
with
it by
us
ear.
the entire
Okay.
next year. They really wanted us here. They were actually great. They were
Okay.
kind of, they owned a lot of commercial real estate.
Not
mostly focused
pushy
on
at all. They
retail.
just believed in what we were doing.
Right,
Okay,
right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It was a very humbling experience for, I guess, everyone, unless you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
The-
for
sure.
the psychopaths. But I imagine that everyone seemed to be like, okay, we get it. Like, we don't really know what's going to happen here. There needs
The
to
good
be...
people did. I mean, there.
Yeah.
I'd say, I don't know. A lot of colleagues had very different experiences with their whoever owned their spaces.
Isn't that so? Right.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was. Your experience was completely dependent on how human.
Totally. Like a lot of
people you work
a lot
with.
of folks got like rent abatement or at least rent decreases indefinitely.
And
Why?
some people got absolutely
and
nothing.
we did, like us for example, didn't
We didn't
shit.
get anything.
Our landlord was an asshole. She didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Nope.
But I mean, whatever.
Okay.
Luckily, I mean we had to shut our doors, but continue the online aspect.
Yeah.
So the physical location we shut down for. It was months.
I don't know how long.
It was
I don't
months and
remember.
months.
It was a long, long time.
Months and months and months.
And unfortunately, even when we were able to open the doors, the neighborhood had changed for the worse so much that we were still keeping our doors locked and doing appointments and kind of if you know, and we'll let you in.
If we knew you, we would let you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it became a very different downtown Long Beach than where we had lived.
Because either
Wow.
a lot of our neighbors just closed down. They're like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go home and make
the
bread."
community just kind of like, the community shut down their businesses. I mean, it was a lot of women who were kind of hobbyist business owners.
Make believe shops.
So they went home to bake bread and plant
Yeah.
gardens, and
Hell yeah.
they
Dream catchers.
just
Yeah,
didn't come
bullshit like
back
that,
for
yeah.
like 8 or 9 months.
Right.
So
We were in there every
we
day
were working
grinding
in a ghost
all
town.
day.
It was,
So I if I'm not mistaken, it was a destination shop.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Would that be correct? So,
100%.
Right. So
Absolutely.
And with nothing open to
anyone
draw
there.
anyone, no
Yeah, so
one
nobody
was
came.
there. Yeah.
It was
yeah.
just tumbleweeds.
So
Yeah.
because it was that destination location, what brought you, mentally to this incredible area of Highland Park? What brought you this area?
Yeah. You take that one.
Oh, geez. I mean, nothing really changed, I'd say, like prior to COVID, and then when we decided to resume lease negotiations and come back and do this for real a year later. We definitely made a lot of day trips up here since COVID to make sure the neighborhood looked and felt like it did before.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we talked to some of the business owners. We kind of wanted to know how they had managed, how they had weathered, what was the support like in the community. And it was a very just different situation. I mean, there was always foot traffic.
It was alive.
The community continued to essentially vote for the businesses they wanted to stay in business by supporting.
With their dollars.
They voted with their money, and they were very loyal. And
Polar opposite
yeah.
of what was going on in our neighborhood
yeah,
down there.
so we didn't feel any real hesitation whatsoever.
No, at all.
But when we did open here, that was still spring of
21.
21, and people were still at that time just kind of venturing back out, going shopping inside places versus online. It was pretty new. They were ready, but it was kind of the first spring that people were feeling really good about going back out.
And what's wild, another little kooky tidbit, is the first year, like 2020, like that first March till the end of the year, COVID was really good for our business, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We were able to get a much bigger market share than we had prior.
Yes.
Because a lot of retailers canceled their orders for spring and fall, for example, and our business was booming. So we were like, we'll fucking take it, whatever you got.
Really?
So we got everything extra we could get. It was bananas.
That's mental. All online.
Yes,
Yes.
it was completely.
A little curbside pickup, but mostly
Right.
online.
It went from like 65% online to 98% online.
Yeah.
Do you have any understanding of that? Do you think it was people's? I think they say stimulus checks. Was it stimulus? Was it?
It was.
people-
It was
And
part
people,
in part.
I guess I would say luckily a lot of our customers were in industries that they weren't laid off. They didn't lose their jobs.
They just moved to home.
And then they weren't traveling. They weren't doing dining out as like
At all.
So they needed to do something that was fun.
So they sat at home and bought new clothes.
And I would just say to our credit,
notes.
we had a easy to shop website.
Yeah, we had a beautiful website.
We'd always put a lot of time,
incredible
energy,
products.
resources into our online experience.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So then fast forward to Highland Park, northeast Los Angeles, which is where you now reside.
That's where I now live.
That's where Cake Master lives.
That's where Cake Master lives.
Come on. So the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of folks that shopped in store in Long Beach came from LA.
Yes.
Ah.
So we're like, you know what? We've outgrown this place. It's time to call it. We brought it to the people.
I mean, honestly, when I think about how crazy that sounds to be a fairly established business and move literally from one end of a large county to another, it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how could that work?
Right.
During Rona.
Yeah.
During
Yeah.
Rona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not laying out like a business model that people should
Oh
follow.
no! None of this, I'm sure, would not work for anybody else. You know, this isn't like a roadmap to having a successful retail business at all. You know,
No.
It always blows my mind when I have multiple minds. by
Well,
the
sure
way,
you do.
But my single mind, it blows it when I see that people have this like, this is how you do this. I just think most of my life, subjectively, has been everything's just been accidents, happy accidents, like this situation, and something became from that.
What do you call luck again? Because we don't believe in luck. What's luck again?
I don't know what you're saying.
Serendipity? No.
I mean, I don't believe in luck.
So fuck
at
luck.
all. Fuck luck.
You're fuck luck
Make
club.
your own luck?
It's our
I don't know
thing
what-
for years has been make your own luck. But
Right.
our friend Jordan Fife
No. Opportunity
meets Preparedness. Opportunity meets preparedness.
Okay.
That was
I
us.
like that.
Like our whole business life.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I like it when people do those duos. I think they said that something to do with making a star is talent plus energy.
That
There you
too.
go. There's a little one that kind of could
Because
work.
I don't like total luck and serendipity, because that means you're not putting in the work. Because we always put in the work.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do look at data. It's not that we don't
We
look
make
at
our
data.
own look.
We don't just like go to sleep and then I have a crazy idea and then act on it. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but definitely following gut intuition and listening to what your intuition is telling you.
Yep.
And then trying to maybe vet that a little bit.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we're in Highland Park now. For those of you who are listening, Highland Park is very groovy. Is it okay to say groovy?
Oh yeah. That's
I mean, you can say groovy.
It's an antiquated.
Perfect
I can't
description.
pull that off.
I don't know. I don't know that it isn't antiquated, because it's appropriate.
Yeah, it is appropriate. It's a groovy
It
area.
legit is.
Yeah, if you come here, if you ever make your way over to the West Coast, if you're not already here, we are on North Figueroa.
Yep.
You've got Highland Park Bowl, I don't know, a few doors down.
Yeah,
Highland
not
Park
even
Bowl.
a block.
Oh my goodness. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's incredible.
It's an institution.
Did you know this is part of the original historic Route 66?
I did not.
And Highland Park is the first suburb of Los Angeles.
Is it really?
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
That makes sense. So that's why the 110 runs parallel. So
Which
there's
is the Psycho Freeway.
It's the Psycho
as
Well, it
Freeway.
wasn't meant to be a freeway when it was built.
affectionately referred to it.
It was
yeah.
supposed to be a parkway.
Yeah, and that's when cars could only go 42 miles an hour.
Right.
This road is insane. It's
That's why there's 1,000
Ins-
memes about it.
Insane. Yeah.
It's Google 110 Los Angeles. It's 3 lanes. If you do the correct thing and drive on the inside lane, you're a dickhead because people are basically
And
stopping.
you have a death wish.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that too.
I can't even begin to say. Anyway,
Because the,
So
the
the right
off ramps
lane-
and on ramps are driveways.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's fucking
And
insane.
10 feet, and there's a stop sign.
And go.
yeah, literally, yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to have good acceleration and good brakes.
Yes.
And not,
Basically,
well,
yeah.
we have a fairly wide car. Ideally, not a super wide. Have you ever been on the 110 beside a truck?
No, not
That's
yet.
scary.
I don't mean
That's
a
scary.
I mean
Yeah.
an American truck. You know what I'm saying?
Like a truck
Oh,
with
like a pickup, like a
with-
silver.
Anyway, it's a
Yeah.
scary
It's a
situation.
moment.
It is.
It's a
It
moment.
is.
It's a moment.
It
Yeah,
is.
I have to say I hate the 110 with a.
I hate it also.
I actually love it.
Oh,
you?
I do.
God.
Do
I
you,
fucking
you
love
love
it.
feeling like you're
Love
about
it.
to die.
The
I
oh
kinda-
shit handle is like my favorite thing. But that's what he's doing. And I'm like,
Because you have to get on it like you're being shot out of a cannon.
Yes.
yes.
Or you will for sure be rear-ended.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, when you've got a 4-litre V8 machine monster,
500 ponies.
yeah, 500 ponies.
Yeah. Then it's pretty
Then
fun.
it's pretty fun. Yeah.
It's pretty fun,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
still not fun for me.
German engine. No.
No.
I'm like, hey, can we go back to that last exit where I left
I left my stomach.
insides? Yeah.
My-
Please.
But come here via the 110 for sure.
Yep.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's-
at least
it's,
once.
It's the best.
Then when you
come
survive and you
to-
exit,
yeah.
But what's super cool is when you come off the exit right here,
Yeah.
when you get to Fig, look what you see. The giant
yeah,
Snake Oil Provision sticker
Yeah.
in the window.
Yeah, you ain't gonna miss
It's
that.
pretty tight.
that's
It
why
is
we
tight.
did that.
That's
Yeah.
exactly why we did that.
It is tight. So
Yeah.
if you're over here, you have to come to this way. Guys, I have to move the conversation to an area that may or may not be comfortable, uncomfortable, but everyone's hearts were put out to you about almost to the day 6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago yesterday.
Again, I want to tread very lightly here because
Sure.
I don't know where you guys are at, but it's but everyone kind of heard the news that you had an accident.
Yep.
You nearly lost your life. Are
Yes.
you cool to talk about that here?
Yes, I am.
I'll put it over to you.
Yeah. Yes, October 2nd, which I don't luckily remember really any of the day. But I went to Trader Joe's. I do know that only from you guys telling me that's what I was doing.
And you sent us a photo in the group text. That's how I knew where you were.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
But it wasn't the
I don't
Trader
remember
Joe's
that.
that you normally went to.
Okay, got it.
It was a different one.
Trader Joe's. This was around 7 o'clock at dusk. Coming back, all on surface streets, just cruising. It was just a pop cruise. easy. Was going through South Pass to get to our crib.
That's South Pasadena.
Oh, South Pasadena. To get back to our house in Highland Park, and I was T-boned by a impaired person. I don't know, drugs. I don't know yet. And that's really all I know. I don't remember it.
And then you woke up a week later.
And then I was in a coma for a week, and I woke up, and that's when I was briefed, because I had no fucking idea. I didn't know where I was, what happened, nothing. Why are these machines? Why I was in the ICU somewhere? I didn't know anything. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So, as heavy as that is, it's probably a little easier for me to talk about than it is Miranda, because she's the one that witnessed all the gnarly stuff. So yeah, here we are 6 months later. Yeah.
Well, I'll say from where we were at the time, I was in the UK, and we were at Ironheart and various other things, and I just remember everyone kind of messaging, "Hey, Ben."
Yeah.
You know, and everyone was just kind of just so worried and
yeah. I mean, it was touch and go.
Right.
I almost didn't make it. I mean, I did lose part of my left leg from the knee down. I'm on a prosthetic now. I'm still trying to figure that whole world out, but we're getting there. Our dear friend and customer, Jeremy Bartouche, set up a GoFundMe, which Ironheart made a substantial donation to, and I'm forever grateful. That was so generous. Yeah.
It was, dude. People love you guys. Like it's well, it's true. I think Goldberg was, shout out to Goldberg. He was raffling off clothes.
It's honestly, some of that a lot is a blur to me. I had Ben's phone for the first probably week and a half or more, and I was kind of afraid to give it back to him. He kept wanting his phone back, and I didn't want him to, I had to go delete all the messages. I didn't want him to read all the conversations, and but yeah, thankfully a lot of that I just don't remember a lot of it anymore.
Yeah.
But I know, there was just an incredible outpouring of people who were messaging Ben and me and offering support. And probably a lot of people I didn't follow up with or thank, and just really because I was really 100% focused on being at the hospital as much as humanly possible.
Every day.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Every day. And also, I can't stress this enough, because I missed the last quarter of the year of work, holiday season. So
which is, if in our industry, that is where you make the overwhelming majority of your income for the whole year. Yeah.
So Miranda and Cake Master did that by themselves. And it was our biggest holiday season ever. I don't know how they did it.
We had volunteers that really helped a lot, and family, and my family.
Yep.
My sister and brother-in-law helped a tremendous amount.
Yeah.
Even just going to the hospital so I could be here some.
Right.
A lot of people helped, and it kind of made it feel possible.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we were only closed for...
You closed 2 days, I think?
I was going to say maybe four or something. I don't even think it was a whole week.
And then right back.
Cake might remember.
It was appointment only. We just closed the door. So we were in here, we were shipping stuff out.
Right.
But
yeah.
But we were back
it
open.
was Thursday or Friday we were back open.
Yeah, so...
It felt very,
fast.
And there's no words to thank him enough, her enough. I don't know what would have happened if he hadn't have been here. There's no, she would have cracked. He was moral support, but also running the store. Business goes on, life goes on.
We were understaffed. This is a real thing. We were grossly understaffed with 3 humans. So,
and two of them being owners, which is unheard of.
Right. With 3 very capable, intelligent humans, we were barely keeping up. So,
and also a testament to our customers, because everybody was cool.
Right.
Everybody was so understanding. Obviously, turnaround time for online orders, which was significantly longer. Everybody was whenever it ships, whatever. Mm-hmm. So that That was awesome.
Honorable mention to Jason Bragg. 'Cause
Oh my God.
Shout out to Jason Bragg.
Jason Bragg, who
Came up
is
from San Diego.
is my sister from another mister. He came up many times and
for
helped them out.
months. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't even know how many times.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he would just do the 2-hour commute and just work
Yeah.
all day. Yeah. Yep.
So what's the kind of what resets in a moment like that? What changes in your world other than the obvious?
Oh man, that's a powerful question. Motorcycles are no longer important to me. I will never get on one ever again. But it really, I realized that I was not maybe the best partner to her in ways that I just never.
I'm just now hearing this for the first time.
Well, I thought about it a lot, and I realized I never told you how I feel enough, what you mean to me enough, how none of this would be possible.
And this is not the place to do that. Unless you want me to like melt into a puddle and roll over the table.
But that was big for me. But also, I was in the hospital for 6 weeks, and I was convinced that my cats weren't going to remember me. And they did. They did.
Yeah, instantly. He was convinced that when he came home with the wheelchair that they were going to be terrified of the wheelchair. So I got him a fancy wheelchair, and I rolled around the house in it and sent him video
Just to get him used to it.
so he
yeah.
would know that he was completely beside himself, afraid that the cats were like going to have nothing to do with him.
Yeah. I was way off.
Yeah.
Yeah, way off.
They just
Yeah, immediately.
Oh yeah, now
Immediately.
he has to go for rides with him in the wheelchair every day.
Yes.
You cannot satisfy him.
So yeah, I still use the wheelchair at the crib.
And for
not out
rides.
and about, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank has to have his rides
Right.
every day.
It's
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, the most loving, beautiful cat
Isn't he?
in the world.
Oh, he's an angel. Every
I think
bit.
he's an angel.
In the world, for sure. He's the fucking best.
Not if he doesn't get his wheelchair rides.
Yeah, he'd be getting mad. He do.
Well, anyone that's listening, if you did donate to the GoFundMe,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Ben and Miranda.
It's still open. The goal has not been reached yet. So if you're so inclined and you'd like to, the link is in my Instagram bio.
And pretty soon, the people who have helped out are going to see, because I don't think a lot of people will see and understand what those financial resources have gone to, and they've gone to
Yeah.
a lot, like additional staffing that we need to
Yep.
make sure we have a team that can handle our growing business needs, especially as Ben continues to focus this year on lots of physical therapy, lots of doctor's appointments. He has usually 4 to 6 a week. Imagine that for months. That's a lot of time away. But that's what he needs to do this year. That's important. And hopefully I guess in the near future, he's going to get a very, very fancy, we call it a robot foot.
Oh, next a week from today.
He's so excited about that.
on the 10th.
Goodness.
And it's just something, it sounds little, but it's a thing that's going to be really important to his quality of life and allow him to be able to wear the shoes he wants to wear and walk better. And so it's a pretty big deal to get that approved.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'd be missing boots, huh?
Oh man.
Oh my God, he
so
can't
hard.
wear most
so-
of his shoes.
I can't even wear mine of those yet.
I know.
Yeah.
They're on ice.
We've got, what are our boot stockists here right now? We have Whites, we have Olden.
Alden.
Yep.
We have
Red Wing, of course.
Red Wing.
We do our Santa Rosa Heartbreakers.
There's a new one of that coming out.
Is there ever?
Couple of Danners.
Do Danner. We do the Attractions Engineer boots.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And Vans, of course, but yeah.
But so you'll be able
Yeah.
to wear all of
Any-
the
all of them.
Everything.
All of
yeah.
them.
own exclusively anything with a heel. will
Anything
be-
with a heel.
anything,
And
yeah.
because the foot bends, like the one he has now is at just kind of a fixed 90-degree angle. So
Right.
you
I
just
see.
can't put
Yeah, you can
anything
only do
really
low
but
boy
sneakers
sneakers on
or
it.
Oxfords onto
But the
it.
new foot,
Yeah.
It's good. What,
Adjust-
it articulates.
it articulates and it does it automatically.
Yeah.
Come
Like he'll
on.
have to
Your-
plug it in and charge it.
Your boy loves wearing cowboy boots, so when I put that fucker in there, it's just gonna go automatically go. Whoop.
Yeehaw!
I can't. Yeah, it
It
makes
won't
a
make
lot
that,
of
but
noise.
yeah. Oh, it will make.
There is an app for it. Maybe
Yes.
I can make noise.
You're gonna
Yeah,
make it.
yeah.
Make the app for it.
Yep.
Okay. So I have a kind of an ending sort of ish question.
Sure.
And it's probably the most important question of the podcast.
Yes.
You can have dinner with Prince, Pedro Pascal,
Oh my God.
or the whole band of idols. Who are you choosing?
Oh fuck. I mean,
No,
Prince. It's not even a contest. Oh man, I would take that man's to Steak and Shake, and we would just talk and eat and talk the night away.
Yeah. Would you show him your guitar collection?
I would.
You would.
I would immediately.
Uh-huh.
I
Do you
would.
think he would care?
Yes. I tattooed him on my head for crying out loud.
I mean, in this fantasy world, anything is possible. So,
Yeah. And so, what is your choice?
among those three,
Yeah. Uh huh.
I like what you like.
Man, you can't even name one Prince song.
Controversy is my current favorite.
Yeah, that's what. Which is this tattoo? That's from the cover of Controversy.
Okay.
So
Here we go.
Yeah.
So Prince is. I've got all the bangers, but
Yep.
what should I listen to if I want to just go back into Prince?
I think you need to listen to Sign of the Times.
Okay.
For sure.
Sign of the Times.
It's the pinnacle.
Okay.
The pinnacle.
Okay.
His
We're
best
doing,
work.
we're doing Sign of the Times this week. That's going to be the record of the week.
I think so.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm seeing Iggy, not in the Stooges, Iggy Pop in like 2 weeks, and he's got a new album that came out in January. I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, that's good for you. if you like Iggy Pop, that's great.
Oh, you're not a fan of Iggy?
Not so much.
Okay, that's fine.
Good thing Iggy won't be listening to
Yeah.
this.
I don't know. Maybe he wears Ironheart. Sorry,
Imagine-
pal. But
Imagine Iggy's brokenhearted right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm
He-
sure.
You ever notice he looks like a rotten banana? No.
What's the motion?
Just me.
To me, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm being mean spirited. He's done a lot for music and drugs, but it's
Sure.
fine. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, I'm sure.
Right, guys, you both are the best.
You're the
been
best.
So good talking to you. Thank you for setting this all up.
Well, thanks for having us. I mean, I think you do have a gift for this.
Yes.
It was all very natural.
Wow.
Yeah, I would love to do it again. I think I speak for both of us.
Always.
I'm just happy we got you, Miranda. Miranda is famously camera shy, guys. So,
Yeah.
so
I really
She's the star of the
appreciate you
show.
Pointing that out
She-
on camera.
And also, like, to clarify, our dynamic in the business is I just stand around and try to look cool. She does all the hard shit. So,
Yeah.
But you're here, Cake's here,
Yeah.
John's here. It's like a actual, legit
Yeah.
team, family situation.
yeah.
It's glorious.
And we have another new addition, John, who is
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the energy that's
He-
in
yeah.
the shop right now. And
He's a big organizational
we've-
nerd.
yeah, and I'm just gonna say we've never. I don't want to. This is going long, but we've never had in 10 years so many really kind, funny, intelligent, capable people
And different
around us
and good at different things.
Right.
You know?
It's incredibly inspiring.
Yes.
And motivating to us.
Perfect word,
Well,
Mr. Motivator.
If there's one thing I can say, hopefully it's not too self-aggrandizing. You guys have earned it. You guys deserve it. So let's enjoy it.
Let's do. I'm on board. Let's fucking do.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you.
And you can follow these guys on Instagram. So Miranda is Mrs. Snake Oil and the business. And
Snake Oil Provisions.
Snake Oil Provisions. You've got Cake,
Yep.
who